I'll be honest. I could have sent some good things for this tournament bracket, but didn't.
You didn't.
We finished off the left side of the bracket. We are now on to the right side of the bracket, which is the number 2 seed starting off against my wild card. Chuck graciously stole my number 1 pick I wanted, which is Wild Turkey, but fair and square. And so here we go. We'll see if he did Wild Turkey right or if he just messed it up, because Wild Turkey should make it to the Final Four.
Wild Turkey is the reason I chose it as my first pick. It's wonderfully diverse. So
yes.
In this bracket challenge has a budget component. So we were restricted to $180. So it's like, you got to get good value. So is it 101? Because honestly, Wild Turkey 101 at $20 or 20 less than $25 is pretty good value for your dollar.
Dang it.
I get a lot of caramel.
There's some spices on that nose, which really makes me instantly think 101.
I get a little bit of
good, people.
Sweet nutmeg. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yep. You did Wild Turkey right. Good job, sir.
Ooh, dang. The nose was kind of there, but then the palate and finish were here.
All right, let's see if the Cinderella story has a chance. I'm feeling it's not even going to make it to halftime.
That finish on the Wild Turkey is really good. If you like a bold finish,
I don't even think it's that bold necessarily.
I mean, I feel like that pepper that lingers decently heavy for a while on that finish.
That's a good nose, TJ. I don't like that's a nice like a cream soda vanilla.
Yep. I'm telling you, like, I'll reveal at the end here when it loses. It's okay. But this, if you can find this, you need to buy it. I got this for under $30.
That's a nutmeg. It's a subtle nutmeg spice cake in the palate that lingers on into the finish that is not, honestly, I expected youngness. I expected to be, once Brian's wild card pick.
Hey.
But not necessarily yours. I'm just saying the pick in general was indicative of some other whiskeys where it's just like the nose deceives you.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a hint of butterscotch on the palate, maybe.
This makes me very, very excited for their aged product, and they're coming out with a barrel strength version of this, which makes me even more excited.
Would be very interested.
That might be it, right there, because it's like, to me, this is like a butterscotch toasted cake that is quite enjoyable.
It almost has like hints of like a dessert bourbon, just in the sweetness, and there's nothing harsh about the flavor here. Like, I feel like you could hand TJ's wild card to a new bourbon drinker and they would be like, oh, I like that.
But that's pretty flavorful for even most beginner bourbons, if you think about it.
Yeah, but the finish just has no oomph at all.
Fair.
Like, I'm still waiting for the finish, and I stopped sipping a while ago.
This is one of those that is a name that no one's going to recognize, anything like that. But if you want to get people interested in bourbon at a reasonable cost, so we're talking $30 to $35, this is what you drink. Stop giving people Basil Hayden at ridiculous price. Stop giving people Woodford Reserve. Stop giving them all these other things because of the Blanton's, all that nonsense. This is where you can start.
Quarter of the cost of Blanton's, right?
Yeah.
Well,
oh, yeah.
Quarter of the cost of what most people get Blanton's for.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
This is really good. Like, as far as like what it is of value, I'm really enjoying that spice. That nut. What I get mostly is a nutmeg spice.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm hearing across the board, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think we're all going Wild Turkey wins.
I mean, I'm Wild Turkey.
Yeah, I'm wild.
It's nice, but it's not. Yeah, it's not.
Right.
The Wild Turkey is just too complex, has too many spices and everything going in. You can tell it's been aged longer. Like, you just can't compete.
It has a finish.
When
proof is probably different.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Proof is probably different.
But if we did like an under 40 bracket, I think this guy right here has got a strong contender. And
strong contender.
For everyone that wonders what this is, because you should be able to start finding it in select areas. It literally just hit the market, and that is Green River. So this is from the old O.Z. Tyler distillery, who tried to do the scientific fast aging method and did some terrible bourbon. They stopped what they were doing. They went back to the drawing board and they decided to go back to old school bourbon making, let it age, everything like this. So this, I do believe, is 4 years old. It might be 5, somewhere right there in that range. It is 90 proof. So this is the first stuff they've released, and it is freaking good at $35, $30, depending where you go. Like, there's already places that are putting it on sale. I don't know why, but I buy it up when I see it. You can't go wrong with this. So I was lucky. I got it for $30, so it fit the criteria. But like, this is good for the price point. You can't go wrong with this. So
that's pretty good at $30. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and again, like, great entry level bourbon. And honestly, if you're just wanting something that's very drinkable and you want a little bit of sweet, great.
Yes. All I know is I am super excited about this next round because, like, it's just going to hurt Chuck. And that is MGP versus Dickel.
No, I don't have any skin in this game. This isn't my pick.
Right. Oh,
I know,
you don't have skin in this game. What are you talking about? This is your two top distilleries.
No, sir.
You got skin
you
in
guys
the game.
chose. So my excuse is you guys just chose poorly. Literally, like, MGP and Dickel, they're in the Hall of Fame. This is like debating whether Peyton Manning and John Elway, who was the best Broncos quarterback of all time.
Peyton Manning.
Easily really John Elway. Easily John Elway.
I'm just trying to rub salt in the wound of.
I mean,
Brian.
now do we debate Russell Wilson? I mean, Lord only knows what he's going to be able to do over the next 10 years. And I don't know about TJ, but I actually thought through, like, what is the cheapest MGP product out there that I feel like could represent this distillery? And I don't know if you have the same thought on Dickel or not, but I'll be honest.
I know what the cheapest Dickel is out there. It's Dickel 8. It's $15.95. Super easy. Readily available.
The question is, do you know the cheapest MGP product out there? Because I do.
I don't know. Probably Redneck Riviera. You can see distillery.
I like how Brian prides himself on the. I do. I know this information, and it's really secretive. And it's, I will tell you, maybe.
All right, Chuck, you're gonna be proud of me. Give it to Dickel on the nose, without a doubt.
I'm just, going nose here. Classic Dickel. Or I shouldn't say classic. But it's like subtle Dickel. I can tell it's there. Get a little bit of honey.
Well, MGP is the higher seed, so I don't know what you're doing sniffing Dickel.
Do I have these switched around? Mm-hmm.
The Dickel, you should be able to get the Dickel, especially on the back end of that one.
Oh, interesting.
So the MGP is super sweet, honey, a little bit of floral, a light finish, but the Dickel is all oak and age, tobacco, like good bourbony notes. and a hint of that minerality that you get with Dickel. Both good picks. We did well.
I'm gonna say right now, I feel like this is the closest matchup of the night for me so far.
No, I don't agree at all with that.
No,
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
This is like a clear winner for me, without a doubt.
Oh, see, I feel like it was close.
I'm not going to say any more because I supposedly have bias both directions in this matchup. So,
right. So you have no bias. If you have bias,
I'm going to let you guys decide. Brian sounds like he's still deciphering between the two. Brian, let us know.
Yep. Let us know when you're ready because it's not close for me.
All right. For me, these are incredibly close. They are very different. So you kind of have to figure out, like, okay, what am I appreciating here? I actually feel like the MGP is better than the Dickel.
No.
I'm going MGP.
All right.
Over Dickel. They're both incredibly good. They are very different.
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him.
I'm guessing you guys do not agree.
So
I don't know. I can't read TJ's mind.
I think
I don't know what's going on.
I would say I think the MGP is great. Like, you would not be disappointed with that. It's got a lot of good notes. But the Dickel just has got complexity. It's got age. It's got tobacco notes. It's got everything you want. I want to come back to the Dickel and keep analyzing the flavors. The MGP is just good. So I'm definitely going Dickel.
Oh, wow. The decision rests upon me.
Yep.
The fan of both MGP and Dickel, as you all know. Brian asked earlier, can they both be losers? And the answer is no, but they can both be winners. So here we are. And the MGP is definitely a winner. I love the sweetness, classic MGP, what people flock towards, especially in early, young, sourced whiskey. Like, this would be excellent. A little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of spice, a little bit of honey. Lets you know you're drinking a bourbon without being overpowering. Delightful. However, whatever this is, and the Dickel is likely aged longer. You get this oak depth, and the palate and the finish is just far superior to this MGP product. If you watch our best of, to the link above, our best whiskey of, or our best bourbon, rather, sorry, forgive me, best bourbon of 2021 wasn't a 14-year MGP product. Sorry. Erase that. Second place.
Please don't erase that.
Second place was a 14-year MGP product. Actually, the best was a Dickel. So I couldn't be wrong. It's like MGP Dickel, here we are. Here we are. It's not like it's the same. I'm going Dickel.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, sir, tell us what the MGP is.
For some of my picks, I went with the Cinderella story because that's kind of an NCAA tournament thing. On this particular pick, I went with the controversial selection. There's always that team that gets in the tournament that you're like, why is it that they belong there? I feel like I can give you 13 reasons why you shouldn't have actually included them. That is this pick. It is aged 10 years. It is blended. It is from pure limestone mineral water.
Widow Jane.
Widow Jane.
Ah.
Widow Jane 10-year.
So that was your MGP?
Again, going with the theme of controversial pick, they don't actually say
that's
where it's coming from.
That's MGP, Dickel, and Barton.
So it's a blend of several, of which MGP is not even the primary. but there is MGP in there. And just to get it, Charlie, I chose an MGP product.
So, wait, let's review. Like when I said, "Oh, this MGP smells like Dickel," and I was like, "Guys, it's MGP." I was like, "Yes, it smells like MGP." Validation.
So I chose an MGP product that A, isn't even mostly MGP, and B, isn't even confirmed by Will Jane that it is MGP. Their older age stuff, their 15-year, they say yes is MGP. They actually don't disclose on their 10-year that it is or not, but we assume that it is in a lot of places. And so that's my fun with the MGP. Controversial pick.
You should have just picked Spoke Wagon. It was cheaper and better.